IGEMS has an optional module called Tile Maker to make it easier for cutting tiles and inlays. If you purchase the Tile Maker option, it'll show up on the tools bar here, Tile Maker. So if you wanted to cut this football and maybe have that in foyer of your house, you can click on the tile button here. So I've just imported this DXF file, and actually first thing you can do is if you wanted this cut out of different colors, you can go through and just identify different colors. So we'll just go through and select a few different colors on this one here. So I'll just go down and randomly pick some colors here. And let's see, we'll do that one light blue. This one will be darker, and then we'll do the pink there. So each of these colors would essentially represent a different color tile that you wanted to use. And then you can use this tile button here, and you've got different styles of tiles that you can use. So grid, of course, is just a square, bunch of squares, so you can do that, or you can do a jagged grid, which would be staggered. So also down here you got your length and your width for the tile and joint size for the grout. So that would be the jagged grid, and then the other option there is hexagon, and that would be like that. So we'll go with the standard grid pattern here, 12 by 12 tiles, 3/16 joint size there. So now it's just asking to specify points, so then you can just drag your tiles across the image that you want to cut. And then once you've got that how you like it, you can click on this tile cut button here, and again just defaults that same joint size that we just used, lead in, lead out lengths, type of piercing that you want to use on that, depending on whether you need to use a circular piercing or whatever you want to use there. If you do want to use tool compensation left or right, you can, but typically you leave that box unchecked and then click on OK. Down here it says select filter, so then you just click on the main background tile and then select objects. You can just drag a box around everything, and it'll then go through and separate out the different pieces based on the colors. So for example, if we look in this tile here, we've got a red tile and then a white and then the light blue, and those are all number 8 tiles. So then as you go through these different colors here, we look in the white row here and scroll over here. We've got there's the 8 piece that corresponds with the white piece, and then there's number 8 for the red, and then there's number 8 for the light blue. So we'll go through and separate out those different pieces. And then the next thing it'll do is when you go and create your CNC file, if we click on the process button here and click on one of these here, you can set up a fixture on your table. So if we go into a 2D preview mode, so it'll ask you how many rows, how many columns that you want to have for your fixture on your table, so you can set that up however you want there, spacing between your fixtures, and then where you want to come back to. So for example, on this white row that we had down there, it'll have multiple times it'll be doing that if we tell it that we want to do a 3x3 grid, because there's more than 9 pieces. So you can have the machine go to a different stop area if you want the cutting head to go out of the way totally. So we'll say OK to that, and so this of course just represents our cutting area of our machine here. So we'll just kind of place this right here for now and click on play here and zoom in a bit. So what you'll see here is what it's doing right now is it's done the first 3, 6, and now it's doing the 7th piece. That'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's basically simulating this piece right here, number 19. We'll just speed it up here a little bit, and then it'll go a little faster. So that's that one, and then it's doing this one right now. And then it's doing this piece that has number 27 on it. And now the machine has traversed back to where we told it we wanted to go, 0, 0. So we'd take those tiles off, we'd put in 9 new tiles, click on OK, and then it's going to pick up with this piece here, number 28, that it's doing right now. And then it'll continue on in that manner. So that's one way to do tiles, and then the other button that's up here on the tile maker module is for inlays. So let's switch over to this one here. So if you have something like this, you want to cut this out of some different pieces of stone, click on the inlay button here, and you just, it says select objects, drag a box around this, hit enter, and it'll go through, it'll just randomly assign different types of stone to each piece that it sees in here. Over here in this little box, you can go through, and there's if you want to just tell it a different color, a different type of stone, you can go through and pick those. So if these pieces over here, if we wanted those to be something different, cracked pomegranate for example, can select that and then click on this paintbrush icon and then click on that. And then if you wanted this one down here to be even something different, you can go through. So it's going to be honey onks. You can click on that in the paintbrush. And then you can also just, if you just have a material that's not listed in this file here, you can click on this and just pick a color and assign that. You can give it a name. And then it'll show up on our list here. And again, you can go through and pick that. So once you've got your different types of stone indicated on there, you can click on OK, and then again it'll go through and sort out the different pieces based on those different stones that you've indicated there. And the other thing it will do is it'll make a copy of the original image, and it'll put identifications on each piece so that you can see here what piece goes where. So D20, which is one of these ones here, should be, let's see, so you can come up here and find our D row, and so there we got our D20, and then we've also got D10 and D11, which will correspond with D11 and D10 over there, so it makes it easier to identify the pieces and where they go. So again, nice way just to make doing inlays easier. And if you have any questions, let us know. Thanks.